For amorous adventures with the opposite sex would most likely be described as a what? Ladies' man or mummy's boy?
Ladies' man.
Correct. Danny and Susan. In text messaging, the acronym HAND stands for have a nice what?
Day.
Correct. Dr. Jan. In human anatomy, which muscular organ serves as a pump to circulate the blood around the body?
The heart.
Correct. Brian. In prisoner of war camps during World War II, what T was the kind of underground passage that was frequently dug as a means of escape?
Herbal tea.
Nearly. Tunnel. Buster. In the UK, horseshoes, black cats and four-leaf clovers are popular designs on greeting cards that carry the two-word message, good what?
Good what? Good luck.
Good luck, correct. Neil Chris. The inhabitants of which British city are often referred to as Brummies?
Birmingham.
Correct, Pete. In advice columns in 2007, Buster Martin was employed as an agony uncle by a magazine called what? FHM or OAP?
FH.
Correct, Donal. In history, Queen Marie Antoinette is frequently credited with saying, let them eat what?
Cake.
Correct, Enzo.
Bank.
In celebrities, what is the full professional name of the actress who was twice married to the actor Richard Burton?
Pass.
Elizabeth Taylor. Danny and Susan. In toys in the UK, the most common two-word term for a miniature railway layout, including track, signals and other features, is a train what?
Track.
Set. Dr. Jan. In language, what V is the term for the complete range of words known and used by a person?
Vocabulary.
Correct, Brian. In children's jokes, the punchline to get to the other side usually follows an inquiry as to why which bird crossed the road. Correct, Buster. In pop music in 2006, the first UK top 10 single for Little Chris was entitled what? Checking It Out or Chucking It Up?
Checking it out, I think.
Correct, Lil Chris. The theatrical adage expressing the hope that even after a disastrous rehearsal the show will be fine is, it'll be all right on the what?
Night.
Correct, Pete. In 2007, by winning the men's singles title at Wimbledon for the 5th consecutive time, Roger Federer equalled the tally of which Swedish player?
Haven't got a clue.
Bjorn Borg. Donal. In alcoholic drinks, what G is a hard, transparent material that is traditionally used to make wine bottles?
Glass.
Correct, Enzo. In media, which three-letter word meaning a piece of old worn cloth is a slang term for a sensationalist news? Correct. Danny and Susan. In US politics... Time's up. Your bank was in time and you put in the kitty £1,350. But who's less hello, more goodbye? Who makes Heather Mills look like a PR triumph? Time to vote off the weakest link.
Having answered the most questions correctly, Donal is the strongest link. The weakest link statistically is Pete. But how will the votes go?
Voting over. It's time to reveal who you think is the weakest link.
Buster.
Brian.
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 So, Buster, remind us how old you are?
101.
101.
Yeah.
And you still go to work every day?
Yeah. If I didn't work, I'd be where half of them are in a wheelchair or brown brick.
Yeah. How's your sex life at 101? Because I'm single.
Young lady,
Yeah.
I've never found another woman like my wife.
Really? But you can sing as well, can't you?
Oh, so they say.
Do you think you could do a duet with Pete? We saw you singing at Abbey Road. Can you sing a bit of My Generation?
Oh.
Go on.
They turn around and say, my generation. Yes, baby, my generation.
Why have you voted off Brian?
He's hesitant on when he's answering a question. You either got it or you haven't.
Enzo,
Hey, Dan.
you've got a very pretty face for a boxer.
Thank you very much.
And the aggression, is that because you're Italian and having to live in Wales?
Could well be. But no, I'm pretty gentle giant till I hear that bell ring, I am. Man.
Really? You don't fight in the streets?
No, not at all. I was in my younger days.
If you had to fight Pete, do you think you could improve his face?
Meow. I only fight licensed boxers.
Why Brian?
To be honest, I know Brian's gagging for a pint of cider, so I thought I'll speed up the process for him.
So Brian, you had a bit of difficulty with the question.
Well, to be honest with you, yeah, I think that question was better.
No, slowly, Brian.
No, but everyone else had proper easy questions, and then you asked me a question that was like 1,000,000 years old.
OK, let's go through it slowly. No, not quite 1,000,000 years old. World War II. Have you heard of that? World War II?
That was after World War One.
Now, are you sure World War II was after World War One?
Is it a quick question?
What do you think? I'll think. No.
I don't make myself look stupid.
OK, now, but was World War II before World War III?
Must have been. So, yeah, it's after World War One.
OK.
Yeah, see?
Yeah. So it was about people escaping through a tunnel, and you thought the answer was herbal tea.
You said to me, what tea
in
the World War did they do?
No, tea as in letter.
Oh.
Brian, you are the weakest link. Bye.
Table about the question I got wrong. But to be honest with you, I think they gave me like one of the hardest questions. Like, I actually don't know about wars and stuff because when I was at school I didn't really study geography that much. And everyone else got questions about pop culture and stuff, which I easily would have known, like who won Celebrity Love Island. It was obvious, she was standing next to me.
Round 3, you have £3,850. Another 10 seconds off the time. We'll start with the strongest link from the last round. That's Donal. Let's play the weakest link. Start the clock. Donal, in maths, what is 25 minus 12?
13.
Correct. Enzo.
Bang.
In human physiology, the function of which of the 5 main senses is to detect sound?
Your ears.
No, hearing. Danny and Susan. A person who is a misfit is commonly said to be a square peg in a round what?
Hole.
Correct. Dr. Jan. In water sports, Donal MacIntyre has represented Ireland at the World Championships in which activity? Canoeing or bog snorkelling?
Canoeing.
Correct. Buster, in a song from the musical Grease, the car described as automatic, systematic and hydromatic is called greased what?
Buggered if I know.
No, Buster, that's not the right answer. Lightning. Lil Chris, in Landmarks, Nelson's column is situated in which London square?
Trafalgar.
Correct. Pete.
Bank.
The US actress born Karen Elaine Johnson, who starred in the films Ghost and The Colour Purple, is known professionally as Whoopi who?
Goldberg.
Correct. Donal. In newspapers, what H is the term for the title of an article usually printed in large letters above the main body of text?
Headline.
Correct. Enzo.
Bank.
In the UK, in polite forms of address, what's the male equivalent of the word madam?
Sir.
Correct. Danny and Susan. In celebrity families, who is the mother of children called Harvey Jr. and Princess Tiami?
Jordan.
Katie Price.
Correct. Dr. Jan, the word rotisserie refers to a restaurant that specialises in food cooked which way, stir-fried or spit-roasted?
Spit roasted.
Correct. Buster. On middle-aged men, accumulated fat that gives the appearance of breasts is known by the slang term moob, standing for man what?
Eh?
Boobs. Lil Chris. In language,
yeah.
what A is a 3-letter word used especially by sailors, Scots and politicians to mean yes?
A.
I'll
I.
accept. Pete. In literature, the 18th century historian Edward Gibbon famously wrote about the decline and fall of which ancient empire?
Haven't got a clue.
The Roman Empire. Donal. In pop music, according to the title of the 1966 UK #1 single by the Beatles, what colour is the submarine?
Yellow Submarine.
Correct. Enzo.
Bang.
In 2007, Brian Belo made his West End debut in the Vegemite Tales, playing a character called what? The Guardian Angel or the Whinging Pom?
Whinging Pom.
The Guardian Angel. Danny and Susan,
Bang.
in tourism, a trip to which country might include visits to see the Great Wall, the Forbidden City and the Terracotta Army?
China.
Correct. Dr. Jan. Time's up. You won just £550. Who should only be seen on a red carpet with a hoover? It's time to vote on the weakest link.
As the only player to get all his answers wrong, Buster is the weakest link. For the third round in a row, Donal is statistically the strongest link. But whose game is over?
Voting over, it's time to reveal who you think is the weakest link.
Peter.
Buster.
Buster. Peter.
Buster.
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 So, little Chris,
I.
how old are you?
17.
Is your voice broken yet?
Yeah.
Now, on rock school, you were only 4'11". Have you grown since then?
Yeah.
What are you now, 4'11 and a quarter?
5'4".
Stand next to Buster.